Homer led the league in tackles with 85. The deep ball for Darius Prince, and Philadelphia's on the board first.
On the draw, this is Grayson Allen. And Allen weaving his way all the way down to the 22. 10-yard line, 5. Mayfield, dancing all around. Throw as far as he can throw it. Jump ball coming. Crazy stuff. Not this time.
And you want to be a wide receiver, you're going to have to take a little bit of a hit like that as Brown got him in that shoulder, but watch. Those are teeth.
Do we have a dentist on staff here?
Ghost Nation, I come to you after a huge 91-56 win against the Iowa Woo. I'm joined by two very special guests tonight. Coach B, as always, and offensive coordinator, Mr. Tyrone Groves. Coaches, how we doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Coach Groves, I kind of want to start with you. You know, this week you had a new quarterback under center, and Joshua Hollins. He threw 12 touchdowns, 348 yards, set a TAL record, of course. What did you see in Josh, and how did he find so much success right off the bat?
Well, you know, Josh, he's been on a couple of teams, and he's played a lot of indoor ball. So he came right in. It was a little rough in the beginning, getting the system and just learning how to play, how the other guys are gonna kind of play. But he came in, he picked it up really quick. And I mean, obviously you can see he got very comfortable there in the second quarter, and then the rest is history.
You know, Coach Groves, when you look at this offense and the quarterback position, and specifically, you have Raheem Cato coming in next week too. Do you anticipate using two quarterbacks at all?
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of teams in the league they do similar things. I haven't seen it from the Harbor Monsters, but I'm pretty sure they have something up their sleeves as far as that goes. So yeah, of course, you know, with two really good quarterbacks like we have, and now they both have experience under their belt with the 6-man game. We're definitely gonna, you know, use all the talent and skills that we have to our benefit.
No doubt. Coach B, from a defensive perspective, obviously your defense has been dominant. Did Mook Zimmerman and his offense do anything that surprised you at all? Oh, I think you're on mute.
Not really, man. What Coach Dorsey put together, the scheme was him, Coach Tyus, and them, they put together. I think we was prepared for pretty much everything that they put out there. Second half, we were a little gassed, so it caught up with us, and they did some things a little different, but that's all.
You know, obviously you have a lot of young DBs on your team, right? A lot of success with DB. One being Trujillo, he had 3 picks, dominant performance. How have you been able to develop these DBs so quickly, and what's one of your main teaching points, you would say?
We just let them play ball. Coach Groves say, like, we really don't have to coach these guys much. Like, they just go out there and play and have fun. And that's the main thing Coach Dorsey preach. Just let them do them. And once they buy into the scheme that Coach Dorsey and Coach Groves put out there on both sides of the ball, like, it's nothing pretty much we really have to do but just tweak a little bit. So it's been great coaching them guys. Like, it's an honor, really. They make our jobs easy.
You know, Coach Groves, right? This offense has had so much success, over 150 points, 22 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. When you look at offensive philosophers in the game, I think of Mike Leach, Hal Mumme, Art Briles. you coming from the defensive side, who's one defensive coach you kind of look up to?
Probably Patterson, former coach of TCU. Um, kind of the innovator of the 4-2-5. So I kind of model my style of coaching as far as the X's and O's and schemes along those lines. So he was, uh, in my mind, revolutionary where he doesn't have he can't recruit the particular guys at New Mexico where he was, so he developed a scheme that will work for him. So I kind of take that same philosophy and just use it on the defense side or offensive side. And it just so happens now I'm on the offensive side. So I use the same philosophy on the offensive side. So I take my players' abilities and I put them in a position to succeed where they can do what they can do easily and what they're good at. So they can play fast. They ain't have to worry about trying to do things that they're not necessarily capable of doing or as comfortable doing.
I love to hear that. You kind of getting creative, thinking outside the box. When you look at thinking outside the box, one person that does that is Coach Dorsey. Being able to take all these different coaches and kind of put all their schemes together and create one. What's your relationship with him been like throughout this process?
Yeah, so me and Coach Dorsey, we go way back. We've actually played a lot of football together, and we became really good friends, brothers even. Our families, we take vacations together, so we're very close. And I'm grateful that he gave me the opportunity, that he seen something in me and said, "Hey, you can do offense. You can be an offensive coordinator in this league because you have that creative mind, you have that analytical mind." Um, and he believed in me.
Coach B, one thing I kind of noticed is defensively, towards the end of the game, the team seems to kind of run out of gas a little bit. What's one thing you can do conditioning wise to kind of keep up the tempo?
Man, I think it's more so we just got to balance our roster. That's it, really. We didn't have a lot of subs this week. We tried something different. I think once next week it'll be a little bit different. We're at home. The boys got a chance to see what it's like right there with that type of environment and that fast pace. So I think they're more conditioned to it themselves. We probably do a few little things this week. Other than that, what you think, Coach Groves? You think we're gonna do anything different?
I think obviously there's just conditioning. Our off season was very condensed, so we don't have a lot of opportunity to really get conditioned. I think as the season goes along, our cardio is going to get a lot better, and we're going to see a little less of that. And then the rest of it is we just have to make sure that we pay attention to all the little bumps and bruises and things that you get along the way during the season.
We've been
Coach
pretty
Groves,
fortunate to only have one injury, so I think that's pretty good.
without a doubt, no, definitely, important to stay conditioned, especially playing 6-man football. Coach Groves, you seem like someone who watches a lot of film. When you look at watching film, what's one piece of advice you can kind of give to an up and coming athlete on how to effectively watch film?
I would say pay attention to detail, um, hone in on the things that are important, and watch the things that are important. It's real easy. A lot of guys, I think, when they watch film, they actually start watching the game and not actually watching the film for breaking it down. So know what you're looking for and what you're looking at, and just really hone in on that and pay attention to all the details, everything.
Coach B, when you look at it from a player personnel standpoint, the goal is to move players up to the next level. What steps are the TAL and the GOAT specifically taking to make sure guys can make that jump after the season?
Well, you already know on that standpoint, you was on the phone last week and the week before with me and Corian Robinson, our liaison guy who works for the Chief Scouting Department. And what Corian tell you, once I get these guys out of the film, I send it to him. he'll make sure the chief scouting department look at it, and we'll try to get guys as many chances as possible. But not only him, I got a whole Rolodex. You know, when I was in Iowa, what I sent out, a whole Rolodex of every general manager and every head scout in the UFL, the XFL, the CFL, and the NFL. So I send our film out, and our players do a good job where they ball out, so it's easy to market them. So it's about marketing them right now, and that's what we're trying to do, boost them. That's what me and you do this show for, to boost them and let scouts know we got the talent. What I tell you I was going to have in Iowa, the greatest show on turf. Well, we definitely got the greatest show on turf here in Kansas City. And we just happen to be at home of the Super Bowl champions. You know what I'm saying? Why not bring another championship to the city in football? It only makes sense.
Coach Groves, I really appreciate your time tonight. My final question for you is kind of describe to me what the GOATS community means to you as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole, I think the GOATS community is it's a special thing that anytime you can get people to come together from all different walks of life and coalesce around one goal and one idea. You know, our first home game, I was very pleasantly surprised to see that we had so many fans that came out and they really supported. They really made the atmosphere, electric. It was great. I think we're going to have one of the better fan bases in the league. I think, we have a good product that we're putting out on the field. And I think it's going to translate into attendance numbers and people being very interested in knowing what's going on inside of the GOATS and what's going on with the GOATS. So I think we're going to pick up a lot of new fans as we go also. It's a great thing. You know, anytime you got a huge fan base and they really love what's going on, you're doing really good on the field. You know, it's a beautiful thing.
Coach B, I wanted to ask you, with this week coming up with the NAL championship with Sioux City and Omaha, and in the AIF, Columbus and Corpus Christi, who do you got winning both those games?
Oh, I got Columbus winning the AIF. I think Casey and them will pull it off down there. That's gonna be a good one, man. That's a big rivalry right there in the NAL. So I want Omaha to win because I want that undefeated 2 years in a row streak to go on, and that'll be something special. But I kind of really want Sioux City to win because, that was one of my first stops in indoor football with Coach Williams in Sioux City. So they haven't had a championship in a while, so it'd be good to see Berlin and them pull an upset on an undefeated team. So I'm gonna say I'm biased on that one. I'm not gonna give a good opinion.
Coach B, Coach Groves, again, appreciate both of y'all's time. I wish you the best of luck, and let's go GOATS.
You see it, Chris. You see the city. Kansas City, we out here, baby.
I'm a game changer.